for a second so I don't get no copyright. Yo. You know how mad I be going with the copyright. Alright, let's get up out of here. And you do one little thing and yo, what's going on? Hold on, let me turn my comments on. Can't see it. How I'm trying to... My bad for the wait. Trying to get to my comments. Here we go. Yo, what's going on, everything pro wrestling? What's going on, Monty? What's up? Yeah, just chilling EPW, you know. Just got back from a nice little walk. Hell, me. Yeah. So yeah, we're still looking for a team for my franchise. Seahawks. Eagles, Atlanta. Facts. Yeah. I might eventually get online, play an online game or something, but I'm gonna stay offline for now. Have had some tough games online lately. Let's play against KC. Let's go Oakland. I mean, I keep wanting to call LA Oakland, but they are not Oakland. I mean Las Vegas. I just messed up twice. Let's try the Raiders. So you still don't know whether you want to get it or not, Monty? Still on the fence. Like I said, you can always try it on if you haven't already, you can always try it on the EA Play. But I think on PC is the Origin. I thought it was Origins on PC, but hopefully they or hopefully they have something where you can at least test the game out before you buy it. Because again, I never would recommend unless you know it's a game that you want. I never would recommend just buying a game cold turkey and not knowing. You know, do your research, make sure you know what you want. What I did learn, because I was looking at these body types and I realized, I don't know. I probably have to. I don't know who to tweet to at EA about the issues in the game, but some of the body types are messed up because a couple of the sliders are reversed. So when you go up, the body types or the body parts actually go down. So stuff that's at 0 is actually at 10. Yo. Appreciate it, command. Community manager. I hope so. I don't know. I would have to talk. I have to see. To be completely honest with you, I've never really followed Madden community like that to know who their community manager would be. But yeah, probably I know that he would probably be someone who can fix that. It's just the only thing is, since it's a old gen problem, I don't know how quickly they would be on that fix.
The Las Vegas Raiders really turned to their quarterback Derek Carr to not only drive their offense, leading to career high totals from the 8th-year passer and a nearly 5,000
yeah. I was supposed to do that last stream. My bad, bro. I totally forgot about that. I said I was gonna do that for you. But yeah, I got you.
While coming out one of the toughest divisions in football.
AP, I have to see. I have to look through the free agents because I literally have no idea who's in free agency. I know Cam Newton's in there for sure though, because I remember seeing him. But AP, I'm not sure. Let's see what we got here. Look, we might got some man coverage. No, zone.
And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And nearly a touchdown as they stop him down at about the
I don't know if he officially retired, but I don't know. I mean, I guess he might still be in the game. I don't know. I just don't see him being in the game. He might though. I'll double check.
The Chiefs offense now ready to go to work for the first time, led by Patrick Mahomes, the 2018
37-13. It's not a bad year, Mr. Patrick Mahomes. He didn't fumble though.
It's probably a career year for 99%.
As soon as I got a chance to
4,800 yards, 37 touchdowns.
I'm about to say, help me out, Booth. You know how you didn't fumble. I'm not wasting a timeout on that, on that challenge. You know, kind of from that angle, it kind of didn't look like the ball was moving. Get out the way, 23. Nah, money was down. Okay. That is a good question. That's kind of what I'm waiting for. That's why I haven't really started my franchise yet either. And Command, how you doing today, man? How's everything going with you? But yeah, that's a good question. Very good question. I will hope sooner than later. My only thing is with the whenever they do an update, I just hope they don't touch too much on either version of the game. There's definitely some fixes that have to be made, but hopefully they don't touch it to where we're playing completely different gameplay. But I'm a little bit surprised because usually by now, usually I'm surprised because usually there would have been like at least a day one patch, and then they usually have something by week one of like right before the NFL season.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47
yeah.
First down.
That's just my thoughts on it. I don't know. Some people might think that the free agency and stuff is correct, like the way it is. That's the main reason that I don't want to start one, just because I know like how the free agency is gonna play out. Maybe it's supposed to play out that way, but just some of the things that I saw so far didn't make sense. So I don't know. Maybe it's different. 'Cause I also didn't play all the games out, so that was one suggestion that a fellow YouTuber I watched said. He said like play the games out and like have everything put out. It plays differently, but I don't know how much of effect that has on the game, on everything.
Mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Carr completes it, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
But we'll see. And I know in due time they're obviously going to have some patch out. I just want to know what is going to be patched. Hopefully it's not like too much with the gameplay and stuff. Let's see if we can find. Yep, we might got him on the inside. The catch there. I know for the next gen version, there's a lot of people still trying to figure out what they want to do, both offensively and defensively. The only thing about playing online that's like annoying is because the game is still new, everybody is just doing what they see, you know, their YouTuber of choice do. So you run into the same offenses. It just depends on who can run the offense better than the next person. Yeah, no, he's not. He's not. No. Yeah, Darrenwell is definitely not that big. A lot of these players aren't as big as they are in the game. I don't know. Hopefully that's something why I kind of wanted to talk to, or not talk to them, but I wanted the EA team to address, because there's like little stuff like that to me personally doesn't bother me, but it's an eyesore to a lot of people. They don't like to see players be that big.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
You that.
Thrown across his body and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel.
And stuff like this. Yeah. It's just little stuff has to just be fixed. It's not just him. It's a bunch of players that are like that. So, it's stuff. I don't know. I hope that all the players that are like that are fixed. I understand. I would assume that they tried to differentiate some body types, but I just think certain players they just didn't get right, and it might be partly, like I said, because the some of the sliders are messed up and backwards. Maybe like I'll show that as well, like when I'm after this game and I'm showing Cam Newton and see what AP's in the game. Yeah, Animals, real close, man, real close.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers.
In due time, we'll get there. We'll get there in due time.
Down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They
want to force it too. They was on that. Maybe I had to back out the backfield. Cover 4. I probably did have him actually. Everything was kind of covered up. I could have thrown to the outside with the one-on-one coverage. Oh, quarters. I'm surprised that they played that well before it to be quarters. Usually they don't follow like that on quarters. Just knowing how the defense plays. 10-point lead. Who that? Armand, what's going on, man?
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
How you doing tonight, man? Or yeah, this will be tonight for you guys, or this evening.
And probably say we should have done better there.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone, and a penalty marker.
For sure.
And they might be backing up a bit here.
Yeah, for sure. I can't wait. A lot of people are having my Bills to go into the Super Bowl and winning. So I know the pressure's on, especially here being a Buffalo. That's new. That doesn't really happen. So, but if it was gonna be a year, this would be one of the years. But a lot of teams got better. Our Bills team, I don't think we have too many weaknesses, but a lot of teams, like I said, they got better. So it's not just going to be a cakewalk to the Super Bowl.
Made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Mahomes finding Juju there for the Kansas City first.
I don't know about that. We'll have to see.
This has been a tough start for them thus far.
Like I know Tom Brady. Just knowing Brady, he's definitely gonna put up some numbers, gonna get some wins. But we'll have to see. Hopefully, we'll have to see. Either way, it's gonna be a good season for sure. I think this is gonna be, in general, just a good year for sports. And to be honest, sports gaming. I think this is gonna be a good year altogether.
Towards the sideline, it's Edwards-Helaire with a
I think the past 2 years have been like, okay, but I think this is going to be a good year.
There for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time, and sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to.
Yeah, I like the game on PS4 for sure. The PS5 game is really good too. I enjoy both of them. For sure, yeah. For sure, definitely. Well, I mean, I don't know. Brady's that boy, man. He is. He's proved it.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
He's definitely proved it.
Passing game rolling a bit, and another first down.
Yeah, these are the types of
So for as much as you know, some people might not like him, he's done it in Tampa Bay, done it in New England multiple times. So championships I'm talking about. So you know, done it with big name receivers, no name receivers. Like he's gotten it done regardless of the situation.
Blocking it and turning it into a nice run. A lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of blitzers,
no, I think the thing with John Cena too is I never really got, I don't know if he was ever like the guy who is like pressed about winning and losing. Like he always got the vibes that, you know, regardless of wow. I always got the vibes from Cena that, you know, he understand that it was the wrestling business. Like when he goes away, and he didn't. I don't think he minded losing because it was overall going to help the company progress.
And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Like it's like, to me, I always felt like it was kind of weird to see like somebody who was gone for so long and then come back and just dominate. Like I just always, you know, always thought that was pretty weird. Even if it was a superstar that, you know, that was a dominant superstar in the past, I don't know how much that helps the company and the talent and the younger talents. For sure, yeah, I agree.
Not just with dexterity, but with intelligence.
Completely agree with that.
Made sure the quarterback saw him and was able to make.
Yeah, he's another one of those people. Like, I know a lot of people don't like him, but John Cena's John Cena, man. We just let these guys get into the end zone. I tweeted at EA Madden about the field goal block thing, but I don't know if anyone saw it or not. That's why I kind of wanted to tweet to someone more directly that wasn't Clint Olenberg, because I know everybody, maybe, I don't know if he does gameplay specifically, but I know everybody tweets to him about everything. So
and the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field.
Yeah. But knowing that The Rock wasn't gonna stay there, they had to have Cena come back and beat him. So I'm not surprised that they had that second match and they had Cena win.
Because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best.
Exactly. You knocked him out. Come on, Kyrie. We got to get that down, buddy.
Touchdowns.
Help your receiver out.
Now run up the middle with Drake. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
Do I like it better? No, I don't like it better. No, the next gen is better for sure.
A lot of times like to separate speed and quickness.
But like I said, the PS4 version I like still. It's still good. I think it's better than 22 for sure. But no, it's not better than the PS5 version.
But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Well, we got 2 minutes to make something happen. Let's go.
And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7.
Well, to me, with the PS5, but the PS4 version does well. I think that they've improved on defense. That's like the #1 thing that I've noticed. And the overall quarterback play is a lot more realistic as well, I think.
And taking it
Like
across midfield and just shy of the
a full in years past, you could kind of just throw bullet passes down the field with no regard. I feel like if you don't have a quarterback who can do that, you can't really do that anymore. You have to be very deliberate about your passes and stuff.
4 yards here on the first down run.
Or you're gonna just throw you're gonna just throw passes that are gonna be errant passes. As well, you gotta be a pocket. You gotta play out of the pocket as well. Go make, oh, he got that. Let's go. Way to get them both down.
Touchdown, Raiders. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns.
Just to play Madden, no. But that's just me. I don't know how much you play Madden or how much you like football. Me personally, I think that if you're gonna get a next gen console, have a couple games in mind that you want to get. I want to just get it for one game specifically. Like I know if I didn't have next gen like right now, I would have probably at least got it by next year, because there's a few games that are waiting to come out, like the new boxing game, NCAA. So, but if you play Madden a lot like that, then yeah, I would, I wouldn't say don't get it, but for me, I needed a few more games. And there's a good amount of games that I play that are out, and seeing that you can also play your PS4 games on PS5 as well, that was like that could be another reason why you want to get the PS5.
Originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Carlson, up and good, and his guys will take.
Was circle open? I missed him. I just saw the one-on-one with Devontae Adams, so that's the reason why I do that. Circle. Let's see. It would have been. Oh, good read. This must have been cover 6. He was, well, yeah, I definitely made that a lot. I made that a lot harder than what it had to be. Good look. He was not just open, he was wide open. I saw the one-on-one coverage though, so yeah, I wasn't really looking at it being cover 6.
Hardman will elect not to bring this out, and the football will be
to be honest, I think that catch might have been in the game for a little bit now. It just depends on when it triggers.
We'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp, and at least one practice each week
blind.
before a game. A minute
Still got the touchdown. I don't know if that would have been an easier touchdown for lads, Good eye. I didn't see it. I wasn't looking at it.
Good spot to take a shot.
Well, definitely good eye.
Yard from the 34. Mahomes now to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack.
No, I wasn't looking over there at all. I saw the matchup with Devontae Adams. I didn't get him the ball. I haven't touched it. He hasn't touched the ball like that. It was the ISO, so.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
Wow.
Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he will
Raiders not my team. Nope.
As they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
The Bills are actually my team. Thank you, man. Chill on your boy. Chill on your boy. But when I was playing football as a kid, I used to play for a team, the Raiders. So they'll always be near and dear to my heart for sure. Because of that.
And now a fumble.
Uh-oh.
And the Raiders pick it up. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
I don't know. I think like I always say, anytime you have, they might not have called it a fumble. He might have been down. Yeah, I kind of figured. With Aaron Rodgers, you never know, man. I just feel like with him, he can always make it happen.
Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose, and is the video
he always has a chance. He always has a chance to make it happen.
Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Oh, you guys must be talking about the AEW game. Yeah, from what I saw, It looks pretty good.
So that challenge
Everything
is
looks pretty
successful.
solid.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first
Are you talking
half.
about in real life too? About McDuffie got himself injured, or are you talking about in the game?
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right,
Yes, that's gonna be a real good game. We're gonna see we're gonna be able to see how well the both teams are. You know, them being the Super Bowl champions, and it feels like a few plays away from making it to the Super Bowl. The Bills were, I mean, not to the Super Bowl, but to the AFC Championship game. They were just a few plays away, so we'll see how both teams got better this year. That's definitely going to be a game that I think a lot of people are going to look forward to, for sure.
That doesn't make any sense, right? I mean, it doesn't at all, because you want that.
No, what happened with the Bills punter?
First down, right?
Which one?
I am so confused right
The
now.
rookie? The one from San Diego State?
They go down to a knee. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game.
Yes, No Mercy, definitely a classic. Yeah, I think that he wanted to I think he wanted to do something different. Von Miller, that is. I think he saw that Buffalo had a good defense, that was a position that they were lacking at, and he wanted to see, you know,
bring the action your way. Let's get it right back out to Brandon God.
I think he still wanted to contend, but he wanted to do his own thing. I don't think he wanted to just stay in LA and just, you know, just rack it up with Aaron Donald. I think he wanted to do his own thing. I think he saw that he had a chance that he could really make a difference in Buffalo, like there was a need for him.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments.
I feel like players, certain people and players are like, that's important to them to feel like they're like, you know, needed and wanted. I don't know if he felt that way in LA.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game.
No, Odell Beckham's hurt.
The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows
so he's still in free. He's still a free agent.
They've got to re-energize that ground
like he won't be back till later in the season for sure. Yeah, if he's still hurt from that Super Bowl. To be honest, if he didn't get hurt, he would have easily, in my opinion, won the Super Bowl MVP.
Nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play.
Yeah, too. The money definitely was the money definitely played a factor as well. He already got his ring, you know. Oh, there we go, Brown. I'm gonna have to look at this defense. I didn't know this defense was I didn't know this defense was like that. Let's give it a quick look real quick. See what's going on with this defense. They've kind of made a couple plays here. Okay, they definitely, if I was to pick this team, where's oh, they got him out, linebacker. If I had to pick this team, I definitely would need to do something with this defensive. Oh, you know what? Let's see what they run. I think they might actually. Their defenses look like it's geared to run. I haven't even been paying attention to see what defense is running, but it looks like it's geared to run a 3-4. Just the way it looks.
Might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
Oh yeah. Actually, I did see something about this. Yeah, hopefully he gets that straightened out. We'll just say. Hopefully he gets that straightened out, because that's one situation that, you know, just the way everything's going nowadays. Yeah, that's one situation that like they won't really they're not gonna take it easy on. They're not gonna take it easy on him for that. We'll say.
Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely agree with that as well. WWE 2K13, they definitely need to step up and
7 yards for the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
What is his? We need aggressive catch, single coverage. Oh, that's another reason why he's able to catch that.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. Able to find Walter. That's complete.
Yeah, WWE definitely needs to. They need to find an identity, man. That's a lot of problem with these games nowadays. They don't have identities in what they want to do with their games.
Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds it for the first down.
Like I feel the main thing is once you get your gameplay down, you have to find that identity.
50 yards, and the Raiders are able to cash in for 6.
No, he had a it's the one from the Super Bowl, Monty. I don't know if he had a. I don't know if we were talking about that one specifically, but yeah, he got injured in the Super Bowl and he's still out from that. It takes a while, especially like that's another thing. I think a lot of teams are a little reluctant because when it comes to like ACL and being a receiver, you have to do all that cutting and stuff. No one's gonna take a chance yet just till they see how well he's gonna recover. Nick, he's gonna thank you for the throw and catch.
And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one.
Yeah, definitely takes a while for that to heal up completely. And he's not real. He's in no team, especially now, and seeing how I don't want to say valueless, but seeing how like the receiver position is going, like no one's gonna like jump up to pay Odell Beckham, regardless of how good he is. It just wouldn't make sense. There's too many receivers for that to happen. As you see, Devontae Adams and he's the best receiver arguably in the league. He got let go, or I mean, the Packers didn't feel like it was. They didn't feel the need to want to pay him. So just the receiver position isn't like what it was. It's not like Terrell Owens, Jerry Rice, Chad Johnson, Marvin Harrison days. Tim Brown, you can even throw him in there. It's like, I think it's kind of similar to the running back position, to where, it's kind of like by committee. You can find a good guy in the draft out of nowhere, then they're happy with that versus them paying all that money.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Another modest gain there on that one.
No, they didn't. They definitely still accelerates for sure.
On a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, and they've really struggled to be multi-dimensional in this one, having a partner, because they have to be.
I think it accelerates down to 20, if I'm not mistaken. I was actually just looking at that yesterday. Actually, we can check it now. I'm pretty sure I could turn off acceleration clock real quick to see what happens. But thinking about it, I was on next gen, so I'll turn acceleration clock off to see what happens. So yeah, so it'll hold on. We won't count. Maybe this play didn't count. We'll start from the next play.
Now Mahomes complete the tight end Kelsey. And he is down at the 48.
Yeah, no problem.
A pickup of 4 that started at 148.
Nah, 2 clock is still in the game, for sure.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is,
so yeah, it looks like it still goes down a little bit.
He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're taking the guy weighing in the 270 range.
Now, 2 clock is sometimes it is necessary. But there's definitely some people who, I don't want to say abuse it, but they use it more than they probably should.
That's who is running back, Edwards-Helaire.
Let's say.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
but it's definitely necessary at some points. Just depends. A lot of people, at least on next gen, a lot of people aren't using it as much because they need time to set up how they're gonna try to combat the blitz that a lot of people are doing in next gen for whatever reason. Me personally, it took me a while to adjust to the blitz in the blitzes that people are doing on next gen, but you start to realize that a lot of people don't know what they're doing when they're blitzing. They're just running something that somebody else did. And you just got to pick apart the matchups. So the thing that I've been doing is just seeing that the safeties aren't as good of cover players as the cornerbacks. I've really just been trying to abuse the safeties and have them cover. And then once usually when users see that, they go to cover 3. So then it's just about them just kind of picking whatever defense and you just picking it apart. A couple people do know how to run the blitzes well, but a lot of people are just copying what they see someone on YouTube doing, which is kind of crazy because all you have to do is like run regular football concepts and you'll be just as successful. Different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but I would say yes and no. Like I haven't really played against anyone who is too cheesy, and I feel like a lot of what's cheese can really kind of be like you can kind of shut it down and it could be combative. Like a lot of the after I thought about like a lot of the stuff that people are doing, it's like the loop blitzes. Like that was like one thing that I see people do. Or I was playing against someone today or was it yesterday? Recently I was playing against somebody and they were doing that, and the way I combated it was if someone's looping around, I just ran the ball up the middle so he stops looping around, because if you're trying to loop blitz and you're trying to get around you're trying to get around my offensive players, there's literally nobody in the middle, because it's a lot of people blitz. It's a zero blitz. So yeah, no. And offensively, I really haven't seen anything that was too creative yet. I think I played a couple guys who I can say they had a good offense, but for the most part, you're just seeing the same offensive plays and the same offensive stuff that people are doing. Like I seen it a little bit on not next gen, on old gen 2, where people tried to mimic what they see on next gen, but it doesn't really work as well as it does on next gen, just with the game playing the way it does in terms of the speed and stuff. But yeah, I'd say everything. I haven't really seen anything where I felt like, all right, this has to be fixed. Like a lot of the things that a lot of the reasons why I lost, I can go back and say like, okay, if I would have done X, Y, or Z, I would have maximized my chances of winning this game. It was never a game where I felt like, all right, this has to be patched or this has to be touched. Just in my opinion, I don't know. I only play head-to-head online too, and I've only played a handful of games. I think I played a good amount, but I played a handful, maybe about like 30, let's say like maybe 30 to 40 games I've played. So I've seen a good amount of what people are going to throw at you.
Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call time.
Yeah, the Rams pickup of Allen Robinson was definitely a good one. That was their way to quote-unquote replace Odell Beckham. I feel they needed that big receiver. So yeah, I think that Allen Robinson will definitely be a asset to the Rams for sure.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, ACL injuries did used to be career-ending injuries for sure. So just to see him back on the field would be pretty crazy. Thinking about like how far health and medicine and all that stuff just came.
Stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Once again, it's Jacobs.
Get there, Jacobs. Oh, way to get there, Jacobs.
Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are an extra point away from making this a 3-score game. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Yeah, one of the things, even though the clock accelerates, which is when you have the acceleration clock off, one of the things that I would like to see is a quarterback actually come to the line and dissect what's happening defensively. I kind of just feel like they just come to the... Nah, I don't kind of feel like it. But they just come to the line and just snap the ball. See you later. Love you too. Have a good day.
Bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was this one.
On the 5, you have to click the one of the sticks. I don't know if it's left stick or right stick. It'll say if you look down at the bottom, it'll say clock normal. And you have the option to either put it on no huddle or...
Before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Why did they do this? I don't know why they do all this.
They want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to.
But yeah, you'll have the option to put it on no huddle or true clock.
Want to make sure they have a chance to win
on the 5, it's one of the sticks. One of the sticks is for that, and the other one's for this to Super Sim, so it's the opposite. You just gotta keep double clicking it through until you get to true clock.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez.
Here we go.
And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Now you've got to hustle.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to quarterback play over the years, but it kind of feels like, I don't know, it kind of feels like the quarterback just throws he just throws to the first open receiver that he sees, which is okay. But like in a situation like this, I don't think that the offense is aggressive enough. But I think that might be a trait thing more than anything. Like I feel like if the underneath is open, that's what they're gonna take. Right there. Like, I don't know. In some situations it makes sense, but like this team, like they're down a lot of points, so why would they not try to push the ball downfield? Like why would they just try to go to the first man that they see?
Now another timeout called for by the offense. As the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds.
I was watching a video about the quarterback play, and I guess the guy was saying it depends on the traits of the quarterback, like the style of quarterback they are. Depends on how they're going to play. Instead of the quarterback just playing however.
The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts.
Like for example, let's like the improviser. Instead of looking to run, he's gonna look to throw on the run, even if there's a running lane open. Like he'll run too, but his first mindset is to throw on the run, regardless of how that looks.
And the Chiefs are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
We're going to check
so
out
time
the
definitely
free
not in their
agency
favor. Down 2 scores,
in
but
Madden
they'll try the onside
after
kick.
this.
And it's the Raiders that'll come up with it.
Yeah, for sure, I agree.
Yeah,
a lot more responsive than 22. I totally agree with that.
That onside kick, they didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even
For
before
sure.
they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim.
Like, I'll even probably sometime, I'll probably go back and look at 22 and just play like a quick quarter or something just to see the difference. So I always like to do that. Like, I know I did it with Madden 22 for PS5, and I really saw the difference between the two games. And I remember why I really hated Madden 22 for PS5.
And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson.
Yeah, it feels that way for sure.
This one is now planted.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Like I think that Clint said something about the reason why the game played it way it did last year is because they were trying to get realistic outcomes with the scores and stuff like that, which kind of didn't make sense. Because everyone's playing on 5 and 6 minute quarters when you're talking about playing online. So if you try to boost the quarters up to, let's say, 8 minutes, you're gonna have crazy scores and stats because the game's actually geared to be played on 5 or 6 minutes. But some people like to play the longer games, so you have to start tinkering with sliders and all that stuff. But I don't know, I kind of don't feel like it feels that way this year. Alright, let's go to sign free agents. So you see Odell Beckham here still hurt. I don't know if I'll be able to see in his player card. Yeah, no, they're not gonna show it. I thought I would have been able to see how long he's gonna be injured for, but I'd have to go in a franchise for that. So Cam Newton right here, he's a 67. 1 second, guys. Oh, sorry about that. Yeah. I had to take a quick call there. But yeah, so here goes Cam Newton, 80, 67, 83 speed, 81 strength. So he still has the power to, he's probably way stronger than every other quarterback, yeah. So we still have the power to, if you wanted to run those QB powers and stuff, I guess you could do it. Good acceleration, good agility. Awareness is a little bit low. Break tackle is pretty good for a quarterback. His trucking's still pretty decent for a quarterback his age. So he still has, it looks like his rushing stats are still pretty solid. The best, he has 71 carry, which is the best out of all the quarterbacks in free agency. He can catch the ball, I guess, if you ever wanted to throw a ball to him, like on the Philly special or something. Yeah, this is where I feel like it's gonna be a little, is this throwing. So for his throwing, he has 87 throw power, which is like very low to me. 80 short, 77, 76 medium and deep accuracy. He can throw on the run pretty well. Play action, he has very good play action, I would say. NBA 2K22. What about it? Play? Oh, play NBA 2K22? Is that why you have that? So, yeah, this is Cam Newton. Let's see if AP is up here. Oh yeah, AP still is in the game, surprisingly. 15 years is crazy to think they've been playing for 15 years. 88 speed. He still has pretty decent strength for someone who's been 15 years in the league. Acceleration, agility. So I think he has some pretty good stats, actually, for him to be 15 years in the league. I mean, you'll probably be able to play with him for a year. That's probably about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. For sure. If it's not the last one, this will be probably like the last one that will have any significant changes to it. And this one didn't have like a ton of changes from 22. Even though the game feels better and plays better, yeah, overall the game is very similar to 22. For sure. Yeah, no John. Yeah, if we were looking for John Lynch, that we're gonna have to check out Ultimate Team or something like that. But yeah, it's crazy that HAP is still in the game. Let's see who else we have in here. Jake Fromm. I know he used to. AJ McCarron. Randy Deshaun Kaiser. Jamie Newton. Athletic. Oh, I know he played in Oakland. I mean, I keep saying Oakland instead of Las Vegas. He played there for a long time. No, what's that? Yeah, classic teams definitely are missed for sure. I think it's more I think with them it's more trying to get the actual players to commit to being on into the game. Yeah. We'll see though. We're still waiting on the first update, so we'll see if anything is added from there. It's always, you never know. It's always possible, man. All right, so yeah, looks like it's some pretty decent free agents in here. I guess if you are a franchise guy. I know this guy played in Buffalo last year. Remember Darrell Williams. D Ford, so he's a good rush end for sure. So yeah, there's definitely some Butler. No, you played in Buffalo too. Tim Jernigan. Yeah, so there's Sheldon Richardson. Wow. Surprised he's in here. Everson Griffin. Surprised he's in here too. But yeah, there's definitely some good free agents in there. That's pretty decent. So let's get on to I think we might jump online, but I have to jump into a party first, so my opponent doesn't hear me. Always wanna let's see. Connection. Yeah, for sure. The one thing I think I read that PS5s are going up. I don't know if that's true or not. If someone wants to check that for me, can they confirm that? I'm pretty sure I read that today that PS5s are actually gonna go up in price. So hopefully that's not the case, but I'm almost positive I read that today. There's a download for a new roster. This is interesting. I wonder if this is just the let's see. I wonder if this is the roster from that was already updated, or is this a second update? Oh, in Europe and Japan. Oh man, greedy. Oh, greedy in terms of them. You mean in terms of them wanting to up the prices? I feel. Yeah, whatever. Oh nah. But a lot of people don't play now that much, to be honest. So I'm honestly not surprised. Outside of the actual play now versus the head-to-head online, they like this would probably be like the most that they would update. They might throw a couple new lines and stuff in there, but overall, nah. Yeah, that's true. I think it's just more of a time, man. That's why it's so unfortunate that when the PS5 drops. And I feel like with the Xbox, I don't know. I feel like they were trying to find a way for people who I think they knew that everyone wasn't gonna be able to get the Series X or the PS5, so they had like that bridge console, which isn't a bad idea. As you see, a lot of people are, you know, are getting that console, and it was definitely an option for me at one point, but I decided against it when I actually started looking for the PS5. Yeah, for sure. I think I might still have a 360 account as well. Yeah, it's I know it's down because I don't play on Xbox anymore, but I know I definitely created one for sure. Let's see. Hopefully we can get a good game here. I'm playing the 49ers. I always think anytime that whoever's the first team that they show is usually the team that you play. Cross-platform, what people use. Yeah, cross-platform would definitely be the most ideal situation. I agree. And I think that has to be added into all games, because there's a lot of people on the Xbox who talk smack, and they're like, well, you know, you're on the lesser console, blah, blah, blah. And it would just be good to go head-to-head with some of those guys.
Between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Buffalo Bills.
Right, for sure. For sure.
And we are underway in Buffalo.
No, we might have a game here against Tampa. This is like one of the teams. This is one of the, like, there's a lot of teams. Actually, there's a lot of teams I don't like playing in this game. But Tampa definitely falls into one of those teams for sure. He's probably gonna come out with some. He's either gonna come out in like a single back run set, or he's gonna come out in trips. Like he came out in tight a run set. I'm surprised. One running back, 3 tight ends. One of those might be yeah. Unless he's gonna come out running the ball. Yes, he is.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if NBA Live was on next gen.
Nice tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do,
yeah, for sure. The sports games always feel like that. That it feels like the last one just came out.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll fight for a couple.
Honestly, 22. That was just I feel like NHL 22 is really just a I don't want to say a port, but it was kind of like their way to get into the Frostbite engine. Like that was more of what that was for. I don't think that they put too much. I don't want to say they didn't put any effort into the game, but I feel like that was the main focus of the game. That and adding in the abilities to the players as well, which I'm kind of indifferent about. I don't know how I feel about the abilities in the hockey game. It's not like it is in the football games for sure. Definitely not a huge fan of them, but I can't really say because I also play with the Sabres, who is arguably one of the worst teams on the game. So like those abilities are like extremely annoying because there's no players on the Sabres with abilities. So I might just be being a little, all right, Leonard Fournette. I might just be being a little biased with that.
Third and about 4. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Yeah, that would be ideal for UFC and Fight Night to alternate every year. And then another thing is with UFC, it's not many changes that happen, you know, in the UFC for them to come out every single year. So I'm not surprised that they do that they do take that year off. It's really not take a year off, but they don't release every year.
Establish what they wanted, the running game, and guess what? They also got their lead guy running it pretty well too.
And just 1 yard.
Yep, still no release date. I think for
No doubt about it, a really nice job there by the defense, not allowing
ESBC, I think that they're trying to wait as long as possible, so where when that game comes out, there's little to no flaws in it. Because there's going to be flaws in it, but I think they're trying to avoid that as much as possible.
From midfield, here's Brady.
Give me that.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on
But yeah, that's another game that I like I said, I'm excited for. That was one of the games why I wanted to get PS5, even though I know it's coming. I'm pretty sure it's coming out for PS4 as well. But the way it's looking like, I don't know if they're waiting on purpose so they don't have to release to those consoles. But I think it's coming out for everything. PS4, PS5. Oh, let's go. Let's see, he had it forever and a day to throw that. PS4, PS5, both of the Xbox consoles. Obviously, PC is coming out for. So, yeah, that's one of the games I can honestly say I'm excited for sure. He's gonna probably try that same exact play.
And he's going to have the Bucs first down as they
That's a good call. I'm surprised he was able to fire that in there.
Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the fourth
right, for sure.
to result in 23 yards.
No, I don't know about you. I need a confirmed date before, like, I need a confirmed date before I believe anything. I need to know if it's fall. I need to know. We're coming out Halloween. We're coming out September, whatever. We're coming out. I need to, like, once we have the day, then I'll believe it. Like, they're supposed to come out and release so many times, which I'm not upset that they haven't yet. You know, they're obviously taking their time, kind of like how this guy is on offense. But, you know, as long as the game comes out and is a good game, I think that's like the main thing. Like, I feel like it'll be worth the wait, and there's gonna be updates throughout the game as well. So that's another thing.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a third and about 5. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly.
This is kind of tight, so he's going trips again. Let's go to Cloud, coming through Cloud.
In the defense's column.
The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Let's actually keep him off. No, stay off.
Snap comes at 1, and it's Brady.
Yeah, he's trying to throw that same route multiple times. Get the block here. I don't know.
Certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
Succop's kick is good, and the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So a nice opening drive on the road. You get the 3 points. Part of you wonders if that.
Yeah, I don't think, to be honest, I don't think that October is the best release date for WWE. Even though I know, like, that's around the time that they usually do release. I just think, seeing that 2K makes a game now, I think October is too close to when NBA 2K releases. So I think if they were released around like WrestleMania, I feel like that would be their ideal time and release, because, you know, by that time everyone's hyped for WrestleMania. You know, I think that just overall people would be Like if I had a choice for, you know, end of September, October to get a game, I'm getting NBA over WWE. So I think that for them to change the release date would be ideal, in my opinion.
To get the drive started, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8.
For sure, yeah. That's what I think it should stay WrestleMania. I don't think they should go back to October. I just don't think that's the best idea. Like I said, especially with NBA releasing around that time.
Got a couple here. 2nd and 8. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen.
He has this blanket it.
It's brought in by Jamison Crowder.
I'm surprised
and
he
they
caught
get him
that.
down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
So he's gonna play one. That's fine. This is a little different than timeout. This is a little different than next gen. So we gotta run a little bit different routes to get our receivers open. Do a little bit of different tactics, all that good stuff.
Game clock at 2:01. Time for one final play before the 2-minute warning. Second
That's
quarter
crazy.
action, 1:56 remaining. That
So he's playing the pass. So we're gonna try to pop a run in here.
Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's still it on. Yeah, I think that with 22, I think that was just their base game. So hopefully for this year in 23 that they really make some big changes to the game. But yeah, 22 is just their base game. I don't think that they really. I think this game was just, you know, just to get the fans of WWE wrestling games excited again, because it's been a while. It's been a long time really since a WWE game, a new WWE game has been on the market, and seeing what happened with. Seeing what happened with 2K20, I feel like they had to get that stench off of them. So he's playing outside. Let's see this. Let's look at this in case this is 2.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen.
He had that red.
Picked off by Jamel Dean. And they will finally stop him as he's down the 40-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside.
I thought he would have been good enough just to break by him. So he's gotten one going to the flat.
Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming.
Yeah, I've never been a fan of showcase mode, to be completely honest with you. I felt like that is one of the that is one of the dumbest modes that's in gaming. But that's just my opinion. I know a lot of people like it. Yeah, GM mode was bare bones as well. Like, they can expand on that, so I'm not really too surprised. Yeah, so pretty much with WWE, I feel like they had to, like, honestly create a whole new game from scratch in those 2 years. So I'm not really surprised it came out bare bones the way it did. It's just, you know, as a consumer, and like, again, they're charging at a $70 price tag, and they also have like the other versions and stuff. It's kind of like, as a consumer, you feel like it's unacceptable for them to take as long as they did. Good defense. He had a touchdown. I don't know what happened there for my safety. He just didn't. I don't know if he didn't think Brady could make the throw, but yeah, he definitely had a touchdown to circle. Like 2 plays too.
McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says
yeah, for sure. I think that's honestly the way they're trying to go, to be honest with you. I think they're trying to go for more of a pick up and play fighting style than an actual wrestling game.
The Bills come to the line to start
And it
their
definitely
next
does
drive.
give you like that fighting style feel.
So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think.
Damn.
It's into double coverage and intercepted.
I feel like because he was all on the other side of the field that he wouldn't have been able to get there. I shouldn't have forced that though. That was another bad pass. I'm like throwing myself into a loss right now.
And their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
13 seconds. When stuff like this happens, it's alright. This is just a bad, this is just a bad half.
During games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
He's going to probably try that play one more time. We're going to try to man this up this time. We know what he's going to do. Hopefully that my defense doesn't do anything stupid. Like, let him get open on this. We know he's trying to get to the corner. And oh, picked it up. Oh my gosh. He had 2 chances. He's probably gonna take a field goal here. Oh no, he's gonna try it again. We're gonna stay man, because I don't know. I want to play quarters, but they haven't really been defending it well enough for me to wanna play it.
Play action. Now Brady.
Had that.
Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's
try this block again.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field.
Jesse played very good defense this game. I can't even lie. And he's just playing man, which is so annoying.
Succup's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3
right,
here.
for sure. 2K19 was the best of the bunch, for sure. And I know a lot of people might think it's because it was the last from THQ and stuff and Ukes. But I honestly think that was a solid game without it being from them.
Maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Yeah, I thought 2K18 was pretty solid too. I don't think who's 2K18? Was that Seth Rollins on the cover? I think that was Seth Rollins, the winner. Seth Rollins on the cover. Yeah, I think 2K18 was okay. Wasn't too bad.
The football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for him, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something.
It just felt like the only thing with the wrestling games on the PS4 were it kind of felt like they were catching up. That was to me the biggest issue with the wrestling games on the PS4. It just always felt like they were catching up. Like they never felt like what's the word I'm looking for? They never really felt like they were like there was never like that game. I mean 2K19. I think even with 2K19, I felt like that was the first one where they can be like, okay, like this is solid, but for the most part, I felt like they were catching up for a lot of the generation. Because you figure you gotta remember too with 2K15 was delayed, and that game was definitely bare bones.
And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win.
Yeah, hopefully 2K definitely starts to give WWE some love, because I just don't want them to end up dropping it, because I feel like there's a bunch of people who enjoy the WWE games, even though some people aren't a huge fan of the product that's out right now. They'll still get the WWE games. just because it's a wrestling game and they can like kind of do what they want, you know, create their era that they want to create. But they have to put out a solid game, put out a game with modes, and you know that's gonna be a fun game. I feel like since WWE has been, they have two routes that they can do. They can go the online route similar to how 2K does it, which is fine, or they need to really consider making it a offline experience that people are going to enjoy. Like, you know, put in all the modes that people are used to playing, like from the No Mercy days, with the like a championship mode or like a my career mode, just like, you know, just stuff that's gonna make the game fun. Slobber knocker, like all of those game modes, stuff like that. Yeah, WWE overall, yeah, it has definitely been a letdown since you know, dropping THQ. Definitely been a huge letdown for sure.
They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over.
And it's like the one game that was okay, they didn't build on that, so it's kind of a little annoying, I'll say.
Allen now on first down.
For sure. Probably should have waited a second. I would have had him wide open. Okay, how are we gonna get these guys open? Because they're just like blanketed right now. Super annoying.
Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big time sack.
Yeah, that might just that might just be a WWE thing. WWE might not just want that in the game, to be honest with you.
Allen looks to throw on second
Got him.
down. He's going to let this go.
I don't know what happened defensively there, what he did, but I saw him come up, and he was just going to be wide open.
Davis, 32 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And they take the lead here at
I think they just need more people who are passionate about the WWE games in there, to be honest with you. I don't know how passionate those guys are about making the game versus it just being a check. Like, I feel like if they had some guys in there who are passionate about the game, it would be a lot better outcome. Because even like looking at some of the movesets, I feel like that's the best way to tell. Like, you have some people who have, like, some people's regular moves are other people's finishers, and like some people just have like the same exact like moves and stuff like that. Obviously this isn't all, you know, WWE's fault, but I just figure with some of the moves that some of the wrestlers have, like where are they getting the information from? Like, I think Roman Reigns has something like a Michinoku driver. Maybe he does it, but it's like, why is that in his moveset?
Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. The graphics, I'd have to see them on my screen, because it may look different than, you know, on when you're looking at it.
And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Right, for sure.
Now Brady. Buying time to his left.
Oh, please pick this.
Downfield for Jones.
Like, that's why he wasn't trying to go deep, probably.
And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter.
He had all those players underneath wide open, and he waited to try to throw that deep pass. I feel him, I guess.
The National Football League on EA Sports.
All right, let's see. The main thing is trying to get these guys open. He's just been playing blanket man all game. Inside of that last play, I don't even know how Davis got open on that. He just miraculously got open. To be completely honest with you guys. Wow, how Diggs fell, tripped, I don't know. But he finally got him open on the play. You know what? I know how I'm gonna do this. Since he wants to, I had 2 ideas. since he wants to play so tight. Hopefully, let's try to send him deep. We'll put him underneath. I'm going to try to put my receivers in situations where he backs him off. He still presses him. Let's see if we can hit an out. I don't know if he's playing the out specifically though. He may be.
Allen gonna throw.
He was. We'll take that touchdown real quick though.
That's caught inside the 20.
Doing all that moving and stuff.
Set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Yeah. And I think, again, that's another game that I feel like has an identity crisis, because I don't know if WWE wants to be Sim or 2K, because the buttons feel like they're leaning more toward a fun, like arcadey sim-ish type of game, which is okay, but they have to, which a lot of games have to figure out what they want to do. That's my biggest thing with all these games. It just feels like they don't know what they want to do. Do you guys want to be a sim? Do you guys want to be an arcade? Like, are you doing both? Like, what is it going to be? Like, I know, like, a lot of people, they don't really enjoy the sim aspect of wrestling, which, I mean, because they're so used to, like, the here comes the pains and, you know, the fast-paced arcadey style wrestling games. But 2K is known for putting out a sim product, so it's kind of weird that with WWE they didn't really follow suit. Well, I think they tried to, but I don't know. I just don't think that they were completely successful with it. Like, I think they tried to do it with like 15, 16 with the slower gameplay, but I just don't think that a lot of people were feeling that. I think that they enjoyed when they thought of the wrestling games, they thought of the THQ games being a lot faster than that, than what they came out to be. Let's see if we can get this up the middle of run.
They'll try and run for this with
Here we go, Moss.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the
Come on, it's big on big. Let's go. Who's got the better? Who's gonna win? Big on big. Way to get in there, Moss.
Touchdown Bills. Just power football there.
Just experimenting. I think AEW is if they're successful with this game, I think that they really are trying to compete and have a good game. I don't know if they're necessarily trying to experiment. Yeah. Well, I didn't mean to hit this. I'm gonna get this kick.
And it's up. It's good. Our score 14.
Oh yeah. For sure. Yeah, that was definitely, like, the chain wrestling at the beginning of the matches was definitely something that's missed. Like, after having it in the games for so long and then playing a game without it, it kind of feels like that whole wrestling aspect of the game is gone. Like, now, I play 2K, WWE 2K online too sometimes. It feels like it's all about who can get the first grab. It's not really about like a strategic kind of, you know, wrestling beginning, which maybe that's asking for too much, but I definitely don't get that feeling when I play WWE 2K 2022.
One thing I think that's safe
to say, like, it does definitely have that that arcadish feel for sure when you're playing it. Oh, just cut him down. That's all we gotta do. I was not happy with my offensive performance at all this game. Just for the record.
First down. Here's White. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back.
We just need one stop defensively.
Now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, this is the. Yeah, I just played bad offensively this game. But he also chewed the whole first half, so I'm not really surprised that this is the score. Come on, guys. That was my fault. I think I overcommitted to that side. Let's go back under. Let's see what we're calling here, too. Make sure I'm calling the right stuff.
So good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Give him another shot here on the ground.
Cut him down, cut him down. You have to start using those timeouts eventually, or get up out of this set. We cannot let this guy just run all the way down the field. Just my gut feeling is telling me that he's looking for a play action at some point.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. I like the call there because that was one to take
but for sure, I don't know what you know, when it comes to WWE 2K and their, you know, mindset. I have no idea what they're gonna try to put into the game or accomplish this year. But hopefully, you know, I don't know what their focus is gonna be. Hopefully they find something though. Is my hope.
And this one hauled in by
cut him down, cut him down.
I
think we're gonna try to go here. He might try to run this. If he runs this, it's probably a touchdown. But if he tried to throw it, oh, he tried. He tried.
Nice job.
I tried to. He's definitely gonna try to run this. So we're gonna completely commit to the run. After we stop this, he's gonna try to throw. He's gonna call timeout and try to throw the ball. Or we just don't stop him, and he's gonna no huddle and try to run the same play. I don't know. He might try to throw it in. Let's go. 5 seconds. Come on, boys.
Seconds left.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line.
We'll get back to your WWE comment in a second. He might try to go slant here.
One final try now.
Oh, he did try to go slant there, but this guy just didn't. Oh, that was 4th down. Wow.
And the Bills goal line stand is going to get him the football back.
I don't know why it feels like I'm losing my voice.
Oh, and this
doesn't matter.
Wind up a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive.
We're more worried about
you don't care who, you don't
at this point I'm more worried about the
but in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them.
I thought it's a punt, so it should go to 0. Yeah. I'm more worried about the
and they free kick it from the 20.
knock him down. Yeah, at that point, I was more worried about the clock. I didn't want to run the ball and have him fumble and something weird happen. I know with the, I guess I could have just spiked it and did it, but I know I was gonna either be at the 1 yard line or that was gonna happen. I was gonna be able to punt it up in the air, so I didn't really care about that.
Until that play concluded, because we've seen the improbable.
The games got
a couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
Yeah, the like bra and panties matches and stuff, I don't think that's gonna come back anytime soon. Special ref, yes, I can see that coming back, those match types. But whatever, knowing the way 2K is, they're always gonna put out what is actually happening like, in the product. Like even with the like even when it comes to their NBA games and they do have like the classic teams and stuff like that, they always make sure that what's actually being shown on TV resembles what's in the game. So yikes. I can't believe. Only threw 9 passes that game. He must have like controlled the clock the whole game. I've only had a chance to throw 9 passes. Yeah, 12-7. I kind of figured we'd have had to have. Surprised that's the guy he went to. Honestly, I thought he was going to the slant. If he would have just went to the guy he was going to the whole time, he would have had that touchdown. But I'm surprised my defense they stepped up. Usually I blitzed there too. Good I didn't. Answer if we. Let me see. I have to look more about in the AEW games to see about the mini games. Range aspect. Yeah, we'll see about what AEW is going to put into their game. Season or career mode, I think, is always one of those modes that are vital to the game. Yeah. Voiceovers, I'm indifferent about it. Like I do like them when they yeah. Yeah, that's definitely one thing that has to come back. But I do like the voiceovers when they sound right. Usually WWE does them well, but every time I think of voiceovers, I think of NBA 2K15 and um I just feel like those voiceovers was not it. So I don't ever think that 2K will ever let a situation like that happen. But um, as long as they can get the voiceovers right and everything like sounds like it's not scripted, like it sounds good, yeah, then I have no problem with the voiceover stuff. Okay, let's see what other team we could try to rock with. I feel like we see less fumbles. Yeah, definitely depends on what you're playing on for sure. I've seen a game where the last game I played with the Ravens, on next gen, there were so many fumbles and interceptions. But it goes from game to game. It just depends. Give it like some, but for sure, yeah. I think that's what it all. I think that's what the majority of games come down to. You gotta. It's kind of hard for. Um, that's why I really never look at 2K's gameplay too. A lot of the time, you have to see it for yourself and actually feel it in your hands. Because if you have someone who's on the sticks and they don't know what they're doing, they're gonna make the game look worse than what it actually is, and it might, you know, dissuade you from wanting to purchase that game if that was a game that you're interested in. But you know, you never know. So at the same time, you might find at the same time, you know, it's just it could be the same exact opposite too. If someone's can make the game look better than what it is by being on the sticks, and they just might, you know how to make they just might know how to make the game look good. So another team that I was thinking about maybe is Cincinnati. I feel like that'd be an interesting team. So we'll do Cincinnati against Baltimore. I don't think I've played against them. It's the orange. Yeah. Unless you guys want to see a specific teams or matchups, let me know. The NBA sounds good. We gotta do demo. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2K is not gonna put out a demo. I feel like yeah, I feel like with 2K, they're at a point to where they feel like they put out a good enough product to where they don't have to demo it. Like I think they know that people are gonna buy their game, so they're not gonna demo. They're not gonna put out a demo, for sure. Yeah, yeah. For the past few years, I definitely feel like it's been like that. I don't know. Maybe I'm just hyped for the Jordan mode. I don't know, but I honestly feel like 2K is gonna be solid this year. I really do. I honestly have a good feeling about 2K this year. And me, I feel like I'm one of the most critical people when it comes to NBA 2K. So for me to say like I feel like it's gonna be solid is huge. I think my biggest issue with 2K is I feel the game is so close. That's the thing with NBA 2K. The game feels like it's so close, but I don't know. There's just a couple of things in the game that just annoys me, and it's just like, yo, just get this out of the game, and the game will be so much better. It's just, to me, I feel like with 2K, I think for so many years they allowed the influencers to have too much influence on the game, and it ended up pulling away from the game, in my opinion. I feel like the influence, like a lot of the YouTube guys who kind of used 2K to build their brand, and that was like really like the main reason for it, and they didn't really play to compete or to improve the game. They were able to get so popular and have a following that a lot of what they were saying, people were actually believing it, even though it might not have been true. So I think 2K over listened to the community, which is you always want to listen to your community, but at the end of the day, you always have to be confident in what product you put out. So I think that with them not having that full confidence in their product and listening to the community, 2K's always been in that rut to where it's felt like it's always been one step away from being that great title. Because to be honest, 2K is one of the only games that I can say that with every game mode, for the most part, you can be satisfied with it. Like when you play, even on PS4, when you play your My League, there's a lot of stuff you can do in My League. If you're someone who likes to specifically play in Park alone is like its own thing. If you like to specifically play My Career, you can have a good time playing My Career. The guys who play My Team, head-to-head online, who like to play with the WNBA for whatever reason, those guys, like, there's a lot of stuff that's in 2K that's done well, but I just feel like at the same time, and maybe you might feel like a little nitpicky, but I just feel like they're lacking in some other areas as well. But, you know, maybe in time they'll be able to fix that. I feel like they're more than capable, because it literally feels like the game is right there, in my opinion.
They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives them a 1st and 10.
The question for Mixon was after an injury.
I think with them focusing more on, that's why I think the Jordan mode will be something that will help 2K, because they have to actually focus on their game and the gameplay. So
throwing now, Burrow on 1st down.
Oh boy, what are you doing?
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And defensively,
but all in all, we'll see. I don't know. Maybe 2K23 comes out and is a dud. But I just don't see that happening.
This is our chance to make a huge play. Instead,
I feel like this is like the year where they can really,
usually those wide receiver fumbles, there's open space around for the defense, but not there. He hops right back on it.
they can really put out a good game. Like this is, I feel like this is that year.
And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did.
Hold on, guys. My comment section is down for a second. So bear with me as I try to load it back up.
Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he is going to lose
I should just took the sack instead of
so that'll
doing
go as
that.
a 4-yard loss on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
If you're a selfish player,
Let's see
and
what
you're
we got
throwing the
here.
ball,
Open
you're
it up.
cool with the
Spread.
completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though. Huh?
Who's they going to put? Mixon? Who's
It kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Play for them, right? Able to figure it out.
They don't have somebody else here.
And finish it off.
I kind of don't
Now
support
play
coming here.
Drive, but it's a
I kind of
tough
don't
3rd
want
and
this to be
9.
Mixon running this, but
Now it's Burrow.
I knew it was going to be open too. I just couldn't have enough. I just didn't have enough time.
Certainly appeared to take away his
56.
first
This is
read,
a
and by
long
the time he
field
tried to
goal.
look elsewhere and find an open target,
has
the
the leg
coverage was
for
too
it.
good. That one falls incomplete.
Looks
And
like
his kick is good.
Ooh.
Every bit of that one as it's good from 56
All right,
yards.
let's see if I can just pull him up on here for now. That's how I can get my comments back up. View comments. Let's see. Say at least man. I feel like. Yeah, for sure. Let's see. Yeah. I do feel like a lot of the people are getting sick of 2K's antics. Same thing with EA Sports as well. I think both games. That's why it's so tough with when you're going into next gen. Those first couple games, they always feel that way. They always feel like they're a little bit lacking. Madden is hopefully the update for Madden doesn't change too much for both consoles. That's my hope. We'll see though. I don't know. I really hope that as well though. Like I said, I know there's been a lot of people who have been complaining about. From what I haven't seen the actual complaints, but I know that from the people I follow on Twitter, they were saying a lot of people were complaining about the blitzing in defense and stuff like that. But at the same time, I don't think that they have they don't have an offense themselves for them to combat what is going on defensively. So it's kind of hard to, in my opinion, it's kind of hard to listen to those guys because it's like, well, if you didn't take the time to figure out how to beat the blitz, why should we? Or if you didn't take the time to figure out how to do this, why should we listen to you? Like, it's one thing if something is a legit glitch in the game, but it's another thing if it's like a user error kind of a thing.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play.
Yeah, we'll see if they want to dive into that. They want to dive into that to the football market again. I feel like a lot of the companies are okay with having their one sports title and perfecting that. I think that's why you haven't seen like a Sony studio or I'm sorry, San Diego studio. I think that's why you haven't seen them jump back into the basketball market and they just focused on baseball. And the same thing with 2K. You haven't really seen them, you know, deviate from what they feel like they're good at and perfect that portion of the game and perfect their specific games. I think EA is really the only title that has multiple sports titles, if I'm not mistaken. Every other company has really tried to perfect their game.
On 3rd down, Jackson.
Oh, Lamar.
set up down around the 15-yard line. Lamar Jackson, such a
yeah, the face scans on 2K overall I think are better. I just don't. I think that I probably likeness updates coming for Madden as well. It's obviously not going to be a likeness for every single player, but there'll be some likenesses for sure. I just think it's hard. I don't know how the scanning process goes for them to be able to scan everybody. I think I was watching a video by Eric Wayrather, and they said that EA tries to get a lot of the scanning done at the Pro Bowl and like Super Bowl, big events like that. But if those players don't come to the event, like if you have someone who skips the Pro Bowl and you know, for the rest of the season or the rest of their off season, you know, they might be away from you know, where they play. They might have like went home or something. It's kind of hard to get those players into the studio to get their face scanned. Like, I think that's a little bit easier for like the top rookies, since you can just get it done at the draft. But you know, for everybody else, I think it's hard to get those face scans into the game.
A good solid game there on
Especially for football. Like, I think it would be I think that the EA Sports team would care more if it was basketball. But then I don't know, because I know for NBA Live 16 there was a lot of players who didn't have their face scanned, and a lot of things that was wrong in that game. Like some of it was just kind of absurd. Like, you have players who were left-handed shooting right-handed. You have players with cyber faces who didn't have hair, but in real life they did have hair. So yeah, they really did a number with that. I remember specifically NBA Live 16. Some of the stuff they did end up fixing, but it's kind of crazy that that was even a thing that they did that. Golf. Golf.
Tucker able to connect on the
yeah, that's true. They do have. I just feel like golf, WWE, like.
10 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens
Had
touchdown.
weird pass. Yes, NBA Live 16 was did have weird necks, and you really couldn't block dunks in that game. I remember that too, from NBA Live 16 specifically. Yeah, 2K does have multiple titles, but I don't know. They're just not like. I don't know. Golf's not really like a major title. Like it is because it's like one of the only golf games, but it's like I don't know.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled.
It's hard to see.
Their kicker booted a long field goal to at least get him 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it.
Like, I know for the people who, like, are probably into golf, you know, that's probably their game. But, you know.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates
I don't know. I don't think I could ever get into the golf games. Maybe if it was, like, I do have one of them. I think it might be 21. But, I don't know. I just could never get into it. I feel like for golf specifically, that would be a game for me personally where I'd want more of a pick up and play, you know, hit a couple buttons and be able to swing and get close to the hole.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up, and he will have a first.
Like, I don't know how much I'd care for a simulation game, a golf game. Like, just looking, kind of, I think that they picked that game up. I can't think of who had it before, but I feel like they picked that game up from the golf course. Is that the name? Is that the name of the game? The golf course, or whatever the name of that game was. I feel like they picked it up from them. And like, just looking at that version of the game, I was like, yeah, this golf game is a little too much for me.
Another nice gain, 16 yards
there. Live is the goal. At that one point, yes, it was the GOAT. And then, unfortunately, it wasn't the GOAT anymore. And it kind of did it to themselves. Unfortunately. There we go, Chase. Yeah, I did. I was actually one of the people who kind of enjoyed NBA Live 19. I know a lot of people didn't like 19 in comparison to 18. But yeah, NBA Live 19 was okay to me. It was not a bad game.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Like, I remember I had to go back and play 18 just to get an idea of why so many people enjoyed 18. Like, I remember 18. I remember enjoying 18, but I felt like 19 was fine too.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Yeah, the live run was a blast for sure.
Up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the
definitely enjoyed live run. That was one of the things that I did like about EA's not my player, but EA's player creation is you were able to get in and out of games quickly. Like, you didn't have to like wait for a game to end. You can just jump right into a game. Which, I mean, some people do like that quote-unquote realistic aspect of having to wait to get on the court and stuff like that. But, you know, not everyone wants that. Some people just want to, you know, I want to go to 3-on-3, put me in my 3-on-3 game, I'm done, I want to go back to 3-on-3, whether I win or lose. Versus having to, like, get off the court, wait. You might have to find teammates or like whatever the case may be. It's just, and everybody wants to do that. What's going on, boss? I'm doing good, man. How you doing? Yeah, that's the one thing I definitely wish Live would have done. I wish they would have just continued to build on the game. But like them taking so much time off, I think it definitely hurt them for sure.
So just 3 yards on the
even if the game was bad, it would have allowed, you know, your community to tell you what they liked, didn't like, versus taking time off, trying to guess that, and ultimately coming out with products that were inferior to the competition. Like, even if they weren't specifically trying to compete with them, they were competing with them just because I missed the tackle. They were competing with them just because they both are NBA basketball games. And it's NBA Live. Like, you're coming from EA Sports, a top flight company. Like, you're obviously competing with, you know.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Nice. We obviously competing with 2K, so. Wow, you didn't grab that?
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds.
Yeah, Live is definitely like their stepchild. Like, they do not really like NBA Live like that. We're chilling before bed. Nice.
Now it's Jackson.
Well, I hope you had a good day today, Ross.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
For sure. Chilling before you hit the hay.
1st and 10, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I noticed that as well.
Ravens going to use their third and final
when EA originally said that they were going to cross games, I thought they were going to do more than what they did. Like, I don't feel like they really did too much, in my opinion. I was just expecting a lot more than that, than just, you know, hairstyles and little stuff like that, in terms of them crossing over.
In the final seconds of the first half, and the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10.
I don't think they could have, but I don't think Madden ever wanted ESPN to be into the game. I think Madden always liked their own presentation UI, and they were gonna leave
from the 6.
the ESPN stuff to NCAA. I was about to say WWE. We were just talking about that, but yeah, I think they were gonna leave all that stuff to NCAA. I felt like that would have been the perfect way to get a second commentary team into the game, is having the ESPN broadcast and stuff like that. But I don't think that they wanted ESPN to be into the game. To me, I think EA is the company more to have like the ESPN style broadcast in terms of like the scoreboard and the UI and stuff, but I don't think that they would ever actually put it into the game. Yeah, for sure. They definitely need to work on the halftime at some point. I don't know how high of a priority it is on the list, but yeah, I would love to see them work on the halftime. But the thing is, I just don't know how, like, what can they do to halftime to make it better? Like, it's always going to be compared to 2K5's NFL 2K5's halftime show, and if it's not that, it's not ever going to be able to compete, in my opinion.
Made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute. But did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently?
That touchdown.
I know they'll take it.
If he wasn't trying to throw so many stiff arms, he could have probably scored.
We were going to be successful in this one.
A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down. What a run there. I mean, you got speed, elusiveness, escapability, all rolled into one.
And we all know that quarterbacks are coached. They get the ball to the guys who can do all the things you just described.
Yeah, for sure. I would love to see Madden put their own twist on the halftime show, and you know, just overall presentation in general. Like, the presentation is, even for next gen, it's okay, but it definitely needs to be improved upon. The number one thing that they need to do is either change the commentary team, which I think people are getting tired of hearing those two now, or add multiple commentary teams. Like, that is something that's extremely important. Like, 2K has it, so it's definitely possible to get multiple commentary teams into the game. There was already an EA Sports game that had it in it, even though it was over 10 years ago. But it's definitely possible. It can be done. And that's what I would like to see. These guys get on the board again. Not to contain him.
And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Because I know even with NBA, NBA Live, they had the ESPN stuff,
so here are the Bengals
and
now as they get their first possession of this second half.
The cuts and stuff in it, like when the commentators were talking, wasn't great, but the actual cuts and everything else looked really good. So I think it's just more about them actually focusing on presentation and figuring out what they want to do with it, especially when it comes to halftime and stuff. Maybe they just don't care. Maybe it's not, like, again, not one of their priorities right now, seeing that they're so far behind when it comes to other stuff in the game, that they just might not think about, they just might not be thinking about presentation right now, which I think is definitely a possibility for sure. This might be one of these they don't even block on the
he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
All right, let's try to get back in.
Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league. No question about it. That wasn't the biggest.
Go T. Higgins.
Enough to get him a first down. And it continues to test
much I've gotten
defense.
involved, but I need to get involved more. It's more of the defense. He's got to find a way to stop Lamar Jackson. And they lucked out and had a score at the end of the drive, and they got the ball at halftime. So.
Mixon with a first down carry.
Good run, Mixon.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 63 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Some big plays in the passing game.
For sure, yeah.
One out of the running game. So the passing game
yeah, that's the stuff they ended up taking. Like, I feel like they could have definitely, you know, outside of that stuff, they could have. Oh, man. One of the reasons why I don't like running wham, because I feel like you have to have a really good blocking tight end, or a really good blocking tight end, or another lineman who can make that block. It's really not going to work. Especially when you're playing on simulation. It works better online. Simulation, it doesn't work like that. He said,
Burrow will throw.
oh my
And this
gosh.
pass broken up.
First.
And the contact well timed there.
We got it to a 1-score game.
McPherson's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
And the Ravens taking the field. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions.
Right,
this defense,
sure.
They can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Because they are
If a game knows that they're not going to update or come out with a game that next year, oh man, look at Lamar Jackson. I feel like they should definitely update their last game for sure. I don't think they'll take a line to get those rookies and stuff into the game.
First down.
Even if they just update it for 1 year, but like it kind of feels like with NBA Live. I wouldn't have been surprised with that, but it always felt like at the end of the season, NBA Live was a half done off-season product. Like we have some of the moves that were made, like I think for boy, that would have been for 19. I think that was the year that Westbrook moved to the Rockets, so that move was done, and there was like some other moves that were done, but there was also like a lot of moves that weren't done. So you had half-done rosters in the off-season, and I feel like if you guys knew that, or if they knew that there wasn't going to be a game coming out, they should have at least, you know, finished the off-season rosters. Even if they didn't, let's start pushing the ball down the field. But even if they didn't know that a game was going to come out, or even if they did know, they should have still worked on those off-season rosters, or just don't touch them at all. Just keep them at like how the end of the season rosters are. Because then it feels like you have like I said, it feels like you have a half-done roster, which I really wasn't a fan of when I came to when it came to NBA Live.
See the field and make a run as we just saw there.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
These guys involved.
1 quarter remains here in this this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL.
For sure. NBA Live, that could have been NBA Live 19.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Yeah, they just needed NBA Live 19 just needed to focus on what they wanted it to be.
And this throw a bit late as he
like I said, I feel like they try to really push the streets mode, and I just don't think that they did that successfully.
You got to keep it away from the defender, but you also have to give your own guy a chance too.
Flush to his right. He will find his man Chase.
Like I feel like they could have definitely expanded upon what they did with NBA Live 18. Like for me personally, I feel like if they were able to have something like Pro-Am leagues or something in there, that would have been something that a lot of people would have enjoyed for sure. And you're able to like pick your own team and stuff like that, that would have been dope. Or like if you were able to actually play in the Drew League against other humans and stuff like that, I feel like that could have definitely helped out and been dope. But they kind of just took the conservative approach. That's what it's felt with NBA Live. It's just a real conservative, which it may not be their team specifically, but you know, I guess that's what happens when you're like not the priority game.
So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says
for sure, yeah.
Make it a one-score game.
I think EA's kind of done it to themselves with the trust issue.
But I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Yeah.
And now in a 9-point game,
for sure.
Just need to go for one here.
As someone who plays both games, yeah, NBA Live is definitely difficult. One of the biggest issues with, since you mentioned the community, one of the biggest issues with NBA Live is its community. Like, I won't name anybody specifically, but they overhype the game and they promote it to be better than what it is. Like as a fan of the series, like I understand that you are happy the game's back and you enjoy playing the game, but you also have to be honestly critical about the game too. Like I remember with NBA Live 19 and 18, where people seriously said the game was better than 2K 18 and 19, which that obviously couldn't have been the case. That might have been the game that you preferred. You might have preferred the gameplay or something specifically about the game, but even with your preference, you can't. I'm not saying you can't say, but it's hard to agree that NBA Live was a better game. Any of the NBA Lives have been a better game than 2K games on this console generation, regardless if you like the game or not. Like it's hard to agree to that.
Jackson now. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
At least I know that's how I feel about it, at least.
They run the option here on first.
He had him bottled in. How does he
push this forward only to about the 42-yard line? 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. And in this
he makes the wrong read on the read option, and he still gets 2 yards. Come on, defense.
I'm sure. That's just
tighten
smart
up,
football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big
He hasn't
way.
tried to push the ball. Here he is.
7, 8, 9,
that's me too.
Puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive
If I can
line.
get one shot on him, I know I can get that ball out. He wasn't even running fast on that play. He was like in jog motion. I thought they got rid of this, but I guess not. This is something that kind of bugged me about. That's been bugging me about the last few years, where they just do this jog motion. And they play with no sense of urgency. I don't know what triggers that or why they do that. Maybe he's still tired from his last couple runs. That's the only thing I can think of. I don't know why they do that jog animation.
Jackson going to run. And I think this
Got the shot.
knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
I think as a running back in this spot, you have to understand there's not going to
For
be a whole
sure.
lot of room
I
to
agree.
run.
I agree.
And in this case,
The whole quarterbacks
precedent
need to be
over trying to
patched
make
in
something
reality.
Second
But
and 12, and you'd
I want to
have
play a
assume
little bit
another
more with the
all-out
quarterback
effort
to
stop
see if
the
I can
run is
fix them
coming.
on my own.
Jackson going to hold on to it again.
But okay, I'm pretty sure they're not gonna get patched. But the the quarterback play, I feel like they could be touched up a little bit for sure.
on the give to Dobbins.
Yeah, I just seen something
Finding
about
his way down
NCAA.
around the 35-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
For sure, yeah. I completely agree with that. The only thing, I mean, not the only thing. What I want to see come back, which I don't know if it's going to come back the first year, is the imported draft classes. So people don't have to make draft classes anymore. They can import the draft classes from NCAA.
Now a timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Here we
He
go.
will be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play
See, I
there,
can just
and
get it
it'll
from
bring
them
up
away.
4th down.
When I play against the computer, I try not to use the field goal block glitch. I feel like that's so whack. I didn't hit it in time.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Yeah, that would be nice. Definitely can see the mascots coming. I don't know about the cheerleaders and vans, unfortunately.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
What's going on, big man? How you doing, man?
Right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Hit that.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And they'll get
Is
it
he
down
here?
right around the 25, actually the
stopped Lamar
26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Bengals drive about to get going. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
Possible for sure. I don't know. I don't know what the. I know that they were saying that they didn't want to I know they said they specifically didn't want to add refs because they weren't the same quality as the players on the field. Which, to be honest, I kind of forgot now since they've been off the field. They've been out of the game for so long. I forgot that they haven't been on the field, but yeah, they definitely need to come back for sure. I like the new gen of Madden better for sure. Old gen's not bad though. I do like the new Madden.
These offenses, they were really clicking. It seemed like everything that they dialed up worked.
Yeah, it certainly was fun to watch from our perspective. How'd you like to be those defensive coaches though? That wasn't a blast for them at all. And let's face it, they all game plan, they all scout, they all think they're prepared, but executing and stopping teams, that's another matter entirely.
Yeah, hopefully by then. I don't know when they're gonna have the whole refs thing straightened out, but that would be ideal to have them have it straightened out sooner than later for sure.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. From Cincinnati, good night, everybody.
For sure, yeah. It's definitely gonna depend on EA is for sure. Let's see. Do I have to?